Hello. In this training video, we will be covering test efficiencies and ways to help you move more efficiently through your patient's encounter. We're going to start by going to our comp entrance step, and we're going to be in our VA color stereo screen. Now, one thing to note is your screen may look a little bit different or be named a little bit different than you see on my screen. This is fully customizable per office, so please keep that in mind. And you can decide to change up the way that your tests look on your screen. For example, if I wanted to, I could move aided visual acuity over to the right here and pop these two tests over to the left. Now, this will be covered in a different video. This has to be done with an admin, and you cannot do this on an already started encounter. Once again, that will be covered in a different video. To start at the top, the buttons on each test are present in the gray bar. Not all the tests are going to have all of these same buttons, but most generally do. We'll start with the notes for the test. If you have any pertinent information that you want to write that doesn't have a comments box, you can type it in this notes section. Once you save it, it will now pop blue to let you know that there is a note for that test. Your Files Upload button is next. If you click on this, you will be able to upload or scan a file and attach it to this test. You'll choose your file, you'll choose where it saves in the documents and images, and you can upload. So for example, I will just go ahead and upload this. Now you'll see I can download it or delete it. Close it. It will also pop blue if you have anything uploaded to that test. You can open it, look and see what it is that's attached, download it, or delete it from here. Same thing with the notes. You can open it up, check and see what it says, edit this, and save. Now, if you notice, you can hover over the notes section, and it will show you what the note says. Moving on to the middle button is the test history button. If you click on this, you are able to see the history of this test entered for this patient. If you are looking at the test view, you will see the different dates and the full test with data entered. If you're looking at the grid view, you are simply going to see a grid view of the data entered instead of a full test view. Now, you can choose to bring forward both eyes, only the right eye, only the left eye. In this case, I'm going to go back to the test view and pull forward the OU. As you see, it populates the data that was entered in the previous encounter for that date that I selected. The next button is going to be the normals button. We won't test it on this particular test. We're going to move on to the next one. If I click normal and there are any normals set for that test, it will populate with that information only for that specific test. You do have a normals button that will be for a whole screen. If you click on it, it will populate the normal information for the whole screen. So that will include all of the tests that you enter information for. And you can go over setting normals in a different video. We do have a video resource and a knowledge base article on setting normals. The last button that you will see is the OS equals OD button. So you're basically going to have a button where if you enter in your left eye information, you can use this button to enter in the right eye information. It'll just copy it straight over and you won't have to enter it. Now, once you are satisfied with your data entry, make sure to click your next button. This is the only way to truly save information. If you're using the tree over on the left-hand side, you may not save your information, or there's a higher chance of not saving your information. Now, once again, as I have mentioned, you will notice a lot of these tests have those buttons at the very top. Some may not pertain to that particular action, but a majority of the tests will. I do want to go over some of the lookup buttons. So for that, we're going to head into our biomicroscope eval screen and our slit lamp test. Now, if you open up the drop-down menu, you can either scroll to find your item that you're looking for, or you can use the search to pull up anything that you are looking for. So if you know what you're looking for, but you don't want to spend time scrolling, you can use the search bar to scroll and select your item. Now, these drop-down menus are fully customizable. This is another item that will be gone over in a different video. You can choose to remove or add items to this list and set normals from your admin menu. Now, the next item that will help you shave a little bit of time off of data entry is if you have a time field. If you have a time field, you can double click and it will populate with the current time. That way you do not have to spend time entering that. Or you can choose from the clock icon on the right-hand side, a rounded time, or free type in as needed. Next, we're going to head into our refraction screens. There's a couple of efficiencies that you can use here. Like the previous mentioned buttons, you also will have an import refraction option with your refraction test. If there's any refraction entries on a previous screen, you can use your import refraction to pull in those tests, or you can use your eyeglass history to pull in data for this new test. You can use your import refraction to pull in data from previous eyeglass prescriptions into your test. Now, when I click next, it's going to save that data. So when I go in to click import refraction to a different one, it'll be there for me to select. So I'm just going to import it here. Another wonderful thing that this import refraction will let you do is if you right click on it, you can also create an eyeglass prescription. So if I create an eyeglass prescription, you'll get a success message in the top right-hand corner. And when I head into the eyeglasses section, you'll notice that I popped one into pending and now it's ready to go for authorizing and signing. I can still open it and edit the prescription, but it took away the need to manually enter the data in. When you're on the eyeglass prescription screen, you can choose to create a prescription, and you can use the View History button to pull in any sort of past prescriptions or any refractive test information as another shortcut for manual entry. This concludes our video on some test efficiencies. Please remember to use our knowledge base and contact us for any additional assistance. And this will be under the help icon in the top blue bar, both the knowledge base and frequently asked questions and contact support. Thank you.